everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Najwa and today I'm going to talk about the role of semantics in education. So, semantics is one of the most fascinating parts of linguistics. Why? Because it focuses on how meanings works in language. We might not realize it, but every time we speak, listen, or even read, we are actually using semantics. We are interpreting meaning. That's why understanding semantics is very important, especially in the field of education and language learning. Okay, we move to slide 2. Okay, what is semantic? So, what exactly is semantic? Semantic is a branch of linguistics that studies meaning in language because it deals with how people understand, interpret, and communicate meaning through words, phrase, and sentences. For example, if someone says he's cool, semantics help us decide whether cool means temperature, attitude, or style, depending on the context. That's what makes semantic interesting, because it connects language to meaning and connect. In short, semantics help us understand how meaning is formed, how words relate to each other, and how meaning can change depending on the situation. Next, the importance of semantic in education. Semantics plays a very important role in education, especially in language teaching and learning. So first, semantic helps the teachers explain relationship between words. For example, synonyms, antonyms, homonyms, and connotation. This knowledge helps students see how one word can have multiple meanings or shades of meaning. Second, semantic helps students understand how words are used in different contexts. For example, the word light can mean something bright, something not heavy, or even something not serious, depending on how it's used. This helps students avoid misunderstanding and improve their comprehension. And finally, by learning semantics, students can help or develop better communication skills because they become more aware of how meaning works and to express ideas clearly and how to interpret that others mean. And not just that they say. Okay, next. Okay, classroom application. Now, let's see how semantic can be applied to classroom. First is vocabulary teaching. Teacher can use semantic mapping to connect related words and expand students' vocabulary networks. For example, the word run, students can branch out to sprint, dash, race, or jog. This method makes vocabulary learning more visual and meaningful, of course. Second is reading comprehension. So, semantic can help students understand literal and implied meanings in text. For instance, when text say he had a heavy heart, students should realize it doesn't mean his heart physically heavy because it means he is sad or disappointed. This encourages of thinking and deeper understanding of what they read. Third is communication. Third is translation. So semantic also plays a big role in translation because students learn and translation is not just about changing words, but about transferring the real meaning behind them. For example, idiomatic expressions like break a leg cannot be translated literally but semantically it means good luck. So, by applying these approaches, learning become more contextual, creative, and communicative. Next is personal reflection. Learning semantic has really changed in a way I understand language and communication. I realize that meaning is not always straightforward because it depends on the context, tone, and culture. And now I'm more careful when using the words because I know that one word can mean different things to different people. And I also try to be more critical and understanding others, of course. Not just focusing on what they say, but also on what they actually mean. And as a future teacher, I believe that teachers need semantic awareness or semantic sensitivity, but guide students effectively. For example, teachers should help students understand the subtitle difference between say, tell, and speak, because those small differences can affect meaning and clarity. Understand? And last, maybe, there's a conclusion. So, to conclude, semantics plays a vital role in language education, and it helps us focus not only on grammar or structure, but also meaning and interpretation. So, by applying semantic in the classroom, both teacher and students can improve their communication, critical thinking, and understanding of language in real life. So, in short, semantics help us not just to learn words, but also understand the world through the language. Okay, this is a reference. And thank you so much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.